Hello, captains. Welcome or welcome back. It has been 2 Tuesdays, and that means it is time once again for the weekly reset. Now, before you get too far off of the docks, make sure you pop into the store and get your free item. The final word sale emblem is available for you. And while we're hanging out in the menus, I'll point out to you that our current event, the Honorless, is still going up for 27 days. So don't stress about trying to get as many of these. I think they're bloody doubloons, but yeah, it says right there. Um, don't worry about rushing to get these. We got an entire month left to get through this event. This is perfect because there are some really good things in there, specifically a very, very good way for you to get Ascension modules and upgrade parts. So keep collecting those doubloons. You still got 27 days to get through this event. And we also have the Undying Maw is available. Oh yeah, let me show you that. Undying Maw is our undead version of the Megalodon. This came in season 4 with Vikram Rajan. He has a or she, I believe our Lestari is a she, but she has an extremely explosive attack that I'll let you figure out on your own. But do not go out there in tier 2 by yourself on this one. This is likely one you want to bring a group with, particularly maybe someone that has my bark build, someone to help keep you alive, because yeah, this girl bangs and she bangs hard. But check out those events. That'll be up for the rest of the week, at least the Lestari will. Now, I can confirm after this being the second weekly reset that the seasonal item section has still been unchanged. So you have the rest of the season to get these items in here. I have been suggesting already to just jump in this, grab all of the furniture and armor and things that you need, stockpile up on these as much as you can, and then once you feel comfortable, then start getting these cosmetic items. I've been picking one up every now and then as I move along because I'm still sort of using most of my cup for bars for grabbing Ascension modules. Every hour, this resets, so you can buy 2 of them from him, and you can go over to Talak Panjara and buy another 2. So after I get done doing a few runs, I always go and buy these. Not the most cost-effective thing, but I do have surplus bars, so it's not that big of a deal. But all of this stuff has remained unchanged. You can see what I've gotten so far. Keep that in mind. But what is on a limited time rotation, not these things, because these things pretty much stay the same, but these items here are available for the next 2 weeks. Tooling's Guidance. If you're someone who has been taking a fancy to maybe the Garuda or just a bow weapon that you just really like, this is a good way to buff it. We also have the Buoy Locker 1. I just got done showing off a very good support build. But, fun fact, this buoy locker will actually give you 2 buoys instead of 1. It does reduce one of the health options that I put together on the furniture, because this is a major furniture. So it would replace that, but you get yourself additional buoys, and you're getting a reload time that will be a little bit better as well. Warhammer rockets. These are the best rockets in the game. Yes, I am actually growing quite fond of our smaller rockets because they are pretty flexible, but the Warhammer is still the undisputed king of boom. You also get free explosive, which is why I said that, but you get a little bit of burning damage as well. So anyone who's doing something like a sand book, for example, you get some nice free burning damage, and of course you can enhance that with ascensions if you so choose. Tuning Station 1 is available for any fans of torpedoes. This is almost a must-have if you are a torpedo main. Black Prince armor, perfect for any newcomers. If you haven't gotten a good armor for your ships yet, grab a couple of these. It reduces damage you take by 40% when your whole health is less than 33%. Pretty good. And we have the Twin Winch Ballista. This is a throwback from when the first game launched. I used to use this all the time. It is a solid piece of equipment, but nothing that you need to have in your inventory, considering right now you can probably get the far more flexible Electo, which fires 3 bolts at once. It's a really niche weapon, so if you are a fan of the ballistas, get it, but I'm not gonna throw my huge recommendation on it like I do with the Infernal Maw. The Infernal Maw is a must-have, just like the Warhammer. This thing is just the absolute best. It will instantly cause targets to be set ablaze if you happen to set off the fiery explosion, which can be done by just too many ships sailing into the actual minefield, or if you just shoot the actual mine itself, it'll detonate and you get free ablaze. Perfect for anyone who gets any damage bonuses from a ship being put on fire. Yeah, this is the easiest, quickest way for that to happen. And then we have the Rhapsody of the Deep. When you're bracing, the effects of flooded can be negated. I've never been really good at getting this to work for me, but maybe it was bugged. Let me know in the comments if you have any thoughts about that. And finally, the Brig is here. This ship and this buoy locker will give you 3 mines. So if you are a fan of buoys, if you want to throw out 3 healing buoys or just 3 infernal maws or 3 of the flooding mines, you can do it by just having that piece of equipment on this ship. It is a support ship, and it is good about helping you similar to, in the ways of the bark, but it's really about helping you out with speeding up your auxiliary weapon reloads. Now, yeah, the rest of the stuff down here has been unchanged. Now, as we slide on out of the Smuggler's Network, we're going to head back to the helm. New captains, I have pointed this out a couple of times, but we do have the commodity trader here and at Talak Pinjara. They both rotate their stock, and they have refined specialized materials, pretty much anything that you're using right now to make weapons and ships, or even to upgrade both of those. This will rotate, so while you only get a couple out of here, you'll probably pop in here and sometimes see a sinew string, or you may happen to see, you know, something else you may need. Keep checking, check both of them, check often, because every hour you can get a handful of materials if it turns out you just need a couple of something. No sense in waiting, you know, and for the materials to be made over in the refinery. Now, as I mentioned, the event that ties to Yanita's whole situation, I went to the wrong menu, is the Honorless Event here. Any of these 3 captains, which you can easily locate by just finding those purple things here. Matter of fact, someone's fighting the Majura right now. But as long as you have signal flares, you can pretty much farm these back to back to back to back. In fact, that's likely what we'll do tonight when we're streaming, is just do a crazy farm of these. I may even start out in tier 1 to get, you know, some of the newer captains out here into it, because chances are some of you just aren't doing it because it's a little bit too tough for you. But I'm going to come out there with my ship and make it easy, and then we're going to go to tier 2 and farm it some more. The reason why you want to farm this event, initially I was just all in it for the weapons, but eventually you're gonna just, you know, get plenty of these Klein Cartos and Divine Winds. And not only can you buy these also can drop in the chest that you get from the event. So I already have a couple of these. We also have a very new piece of furniture called the Fusing Station. I just mentioned the Tooling's Guidance, which is perfect for anyone who is a fan of bow weapons or the Garuda. This is something that will help to buff that, and also you get a nice bonus to your rear weapons as well. This is, you know, the main thing you want to be using your bloodied doubloons on, but there is also this Ascension Chest. Buying one of these for 150 doubloons will get you 3 Ascension modules and 6 upgrade parts. I just bought this before I started to record the video. I got 11 Ascension modules, 18 upgrade parts from 3 of those chests. Alright, this is what this event has now turned into for me. I believe I have all of the equipment that I want out of it. At this point, I can just rely on the natural drops out of the chest, but I'm going hard at those bloody doubloon chests, because those things are going to essentially keep all of my ships and everything upgraded. And I would recommend you buying a ton of these and stockpiling them for next season. This is going to be the perfect way to make sure that that giant ass ship we get next season is going to be upgraded, you know, almost immediately if we do things correctly. So keep that in mind. Get your bloodied doubloons and make sure you get what you need. But every now and then you may want to throw 150 300, 450, 600 or so at an Ascension Chest. No, sorry, you can only get 2 of them. So that's all you can do. But 2 of them an hour, pop in here, do that. The rest of the things down here on offer, we've already discussed that the helm isn't quite what it used to be. We're not getting a reset or a refresh or anything new that's going to pop in here to buy with your 8s. This is more of a catch-up mechanic, so anyone who is new to the game, plenty of cosmetics in here for you, tons of blueprints for pretty much everything in the game. Just make sure you've already used your 8s for more important things like upgrading your helm and upgrading your ship. But that is it for her. Oh, let me grab this too. Don't forget to grab that Honorless trio. Very nice. All right. I wonder if I needed to get it in the other one. It doesn't matter. I don't care. So, with that, we are pretty much done, Captain. It is Reset Tuesday, so we will be live tonight. I believe I've already mentioned that. We normally get started about 7 p.m. Pacific, which is 9 p.m. Eastern for those of you out there that are on the other side of the states for me, or anywhere else out there in the world. Hopefully, if you feel like you need a new crew to sail around with, we measure up. We have a group of us that usually will jump into the same server, and we all try to essentially just attack everything in there. The stream we did on Saturday, I want to say if we weren't half of the server, we may have been more than half of the server. There were 18, 19 people in there, and yeah, we were the majority. So we're trying to do that again. So if you're looking for a crew to sail around with, come by. If you need help with something, come by. It's the perfect time to do it. It's during one of these streams. So we should be live for about 2 hours. I normally go till about 9, but if things are really, really spicy, we may go ahead and go till 10. But that is going to do it for me, Captains. I hope to see you soon. Keep it sleazy. I have been Captain Cash, the Stampede, and I'll see you out there on the seas. Take it easy.